Hi everybody, it's Andrea Mercier, aka Anlum, and welcome to my studio. I just did a video right here of the yellow molding paste on the white watercolor background and did the final technique. But at the end of that video, I did a tip on how to flatten out my watercolor paper after it was done. And I want to make sure that people who didn't see that video would actually be able to see a titled video that says tip how to flatten out your watercolor. So I've actually cut out from that video and I've put it in this separate video so that people will be able to see just that tip. That's it. I'll see you later. Thanks. Hi everybody, it's the next day and this has completely dried. So just want you to see that. I love this way better. See, there's a little bit of buckling here, but really that was the only place that the molding paste buckled. So I don't know if you can see this, but this piece of watercolor has not severely warped, but it's warped enough that it bothers me. So this is the final result. I really like it. This will end up in a piece of art eventually. The lack of flatness has always disturbed me. You can't do this with everything, but you can do this with most things. I've done it with the watercolor, I've done it with Bristol, and I've done it with acrylic, and I've done it with mixed media paper. And I've done it with just paint on it. I've done it with finishes on it. The only thing it makes it difficult to do if you've already done inclusions, if you've already put 3D objects on this, it can make it difficult. So what you do is you get a big pad of newsprint. So this is just the crappy, I don't know if you can even see that, the crappy paper. This is a pad from school. I don't even know it's, oh yeah, it's 18 by 24 inches. And what you do is you lift a couple of sheets. This particular pad, its only purpose is for flattening out artwork. I put it face down, especially if there's small inclusions, because the paper underneath will give it a little bit of softness. And then I cover it. And then I take my handy dandy iron that I currently have on between cotton and wool. No water, no steam. And I flatten out my watercolor paper. Because if there's anything that makes me mental, is warped paper. Especially if it's a piece that isn't going to be framed to show people. I like it to be as flat as possible. So the only thing is you don't want to be leaving the iron in more than one spot. Like this paper should never be burnt. And then I check. See how much better that is? I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to flip it around. And this is what I do to flatten out my pieces. So if you have seen my flip throughs, there was one flip through where I did those Edgar Allan Poe binary interpretations, and that was on, I think it was on 12 by 12 inch square watercolor paper. It was a very, it was 12 by 12. I'm looking at it right now. It was 246 pound watercolor. It was very thick because I knew I was going to throw a lot of stuff at it. And when I was done, it was like this. It was very kind of warped at the edges, and I wanted them to be flat. So I ironed them before I put the dots of color on. So after I'd put on the background color and put on a couple of protective coats of gloss medium and let it dry, I did this to it. So there we go. I have pretty much flattened that piece out. So I'll let it cool, turn off my iron, good to go. So there's your tip and your technique today for the colored molding paste on the white background with the acrylic paints, and then how to flatten it to make your life easier. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Oh, right there. That's where the button is. Subscribe there. Please like and share with your friends, and I'll be back for video number 3 and video number 4. Ooh, let's say sometime this week. Have a great day. Bye.